Alright, so we started 1.5 yesterday. We did just some like basic problems, but today we're going to add in the word problems to it. Alright, so we're going to start with word problem number 24. Alright, so this problem says, a recent Daytona 500 race was won by Dale Earnhardt Jr. He completed the 500-mile race in 3.2 hours. What was his average racing speed? Okay, so we're told that it's a 500-mile race. We're told that it took 3.2 hours. And ultimately, we want to know how many miles per hour he went. So what his average speed was. Alright, so this is still using the formula from yesterday, from the first problem that we did, of D is equal to RT. Okay, so if we wanted to label these things, the 500 is D, T is 3.2 hours, and R is this rate that we're looking for. Alright, so I need to solve for R. So how do I get R by itself? Divide by T. So R is equal to D over T. And now I can plug the numbers in. So 500 miles over 3.2 hours gives me what? You can use your calculator to get the number, so it doesn't take forever. $156.25, and it's miles per hour. Okay, so make sure you have your units on it. Okay, these are word problems, so they're definitely going to have units. Yes. MPH is fine. Yes. Quickly. Wait, what? Yes. Alright, next we are going to do number 26. Okay, so I'm going to read the problem, but you'll need your book. You're going to attempt this one on your own. Okay, it's much like this one. So I'm going to have you attempt it, and then we'll work through it together. Okay, but we have a scuba diver is returning to the surface from a depth of 165 feet. The safe ascent rate for a diver is 30 feet per minute. How many minutes will it take for the diver to return to the surface? So everybody needs to get a piece of paper out or do it in your notebook or whatever, but everybody has to do it. I'm going to come around and look at them. 38, number 26. Okay, so label out your variables like I did in 24. What you don't know, then solve for whatever variable is missing, and then plug in the numbers and solve it. I don't care. Get it out and write it. No, make these ones decimals. All these from this section you can do as decimals. Alright, I'm going to come around and look at what you've got. Make sure you're showing your work correctly. Alright, looks like we did pretty good with that one. So, how did we set it up? Just to make sure everybody has it. Yes. Yeah, you can just tell me the equation. Okay. Yep. So you start out with d is equal to RT. We needed to solve for t. So we get t is equal to d over r. And then setting it up, 165 divided by 30 gives you 5.5 minutes. Any questions about that type? Okay. So what we're going to do, normally I don't give you guys even problems to do. However, in this case, I think the even problem is easier than the odd problem, so we're going to work the odd one. So we're going to do number 29. Okay, so this one is going to be one of the ones where we draw a picture and we figure out the lengths. Okay, kind of like the one that I'm going to give you guys to do has posters or pictures hanging or something like that on the wall. So we're going to do a slightly easier one, number 29. Or slightly harder one we're going to do. Alright, so 29 says you have a piece of wood that is 72 inches long. You cut the wood into 3 pieces. The second piece is 6 inches longer than the first piece. The third piece is 6 inches longer than the second piece. Draw a diagram and then write and solve an equation to find the length of the 3 pieces. So we have a piece of wood here that's 72 inches long. Okay, it's cut into 3 pieces, but they're not equal. Try to make them not that they look kind of equal on mine. I can't divide them up, but anyways, 3 pieces. No, they're not equal. But we're going to fill them in, so it won't really matter if your picture is completely accurate. But you do need to draw the picture for these. Okay, drawing the picture is not optional. Okay, because this will help you set it up. Okay, so the first piece, we don't know what it is, so we're just going to call it X. Alright, the next piece is 6 inches longer than the first, so what would the next piece be? 6x, 6 plus x. And the last piece is 6 inches longer than the second piece. So it'll be 12 plus x. So then we just set the whole thing up equal to 72. And we're going to solve for x. So x plus 6 plus x plus 12 plus x. Okay, and just read it across so you make sure you get all the pieces is equal to 72. And then solve for x. So you have 3x plus 18 is equal to 72. 3x is equal to 72 minus 18. How much? 54. And then 54 divided by 3 is 18. Okay, so now we plug 18 into each of these equations to figure out the lengths of each piece. So the first piece is just going to be 18 inches, okay, because it was just x. The second piece is going to be 6 plus 18, just 24 inches. And then the last piece is 12 plus 18, which is 30 inches, okay? So you have to show what x is equal to, and then you have to show what each of the pieces come out to be equal to with a problem like this. Okay? So the one that you guys are going to have to do is number 30. It's got posters taped on a wall. Okay, so it'll be set up very similar to the one that we did yesterday that was like already given to you with the picture. So I'm going to have you guys try those, okay? If we need to go over them tomorrow, we can go over them to make sure we understand the word problems, but I do want you guys to like at least attempt some of them on your own. So, for homework and classwork, whatever you want to call it, we're doing 1.6 tomorrow, but you should have watched the video last night. But if you chose not to when it was homework last night, then you need to watch it tonight. Alright, Alright, so these first couple are just purely looking at a picture or the given information and solving them. These last two are word problems, so they might take you a little bit longer. Okay, if for some reason you don't finish, it's due Friday. But I'm going to go create a spot for you to upload it. And